Hello YouTube, I'm here to make another short comparison video between Electron and Tempest. The analog rhythm, this time I create the beat on the analog rhythm itself. I've done the opposite than the other video, so basically I try to replicate something on the Tempest that I built entirely on the Electron. I'm using some samples here together with the majority of analog sounds and here as well. Let's hear the parameters, first the patterns. First of all, this one is the one from Electron. This one is from Tempest. Again. So let's hear a little bit the kick drum. The kick drum is basically this. It's deep, has a lot of body, it's okay, it's just a small amount of tick and a big amount of body. I mean, it's really deep. In order to do this, it's quite simple on the Electron. You just have to select the machine that you want to start from and start to tweak around really few parameters. This is the original sound. Then I tweak a little bit the decay time. Just go on the tick part of it. I want this part of tick. You can choose between. This part, I like it. Just a small amount. I increase the hold part. I just increase a little bit the depth of the sweep that you got. It's doo doo. More or less, this one is already the sound that I wanted. I don't have to go through the filters, no samples, no amp modification. Perhaps there is a little bit of overdrive. Without overdrive, with the overdrive, you got a little bit more tail and body. So the original sound is this one. So basically it's done. 1 minute and you can manage to have it. How I managed to have a powerful kick drum here on the Tempest. This one is the sound. So in order to do this is more complicated. You have to go through 4 different oscillators, try to combine them, because what Electron gives you is an out-of-the-box pre-built parameter situation that you can just start to learn, tweak a little bit, but it will always sound low, with a big low end. And in this case, you have a synthesizer with 4 oscillators, 2 analogs, 2 digitals, and you have to merge them together in order to achieve what you want. Let's hear it. Initialized sound. So there is just one sample oscillator. I choose a sine. I give him a pitch envelope. I have to hear how is the pitch rate. So now I add body again. This one could be already good, but if you hear there is much more volume here, more power. I could start to use the feedback function, but it's not the case. It's not giving the result that I want. So I just have to add another analog part of it. Just a little bit the filter. Okay, this could be already a good result, but I miss a little bit of the click part of it. I have to add perhaps another sample here, like that gives me a kick. Just to give a different shape of the body. Yeah, you hear this one is what I managed to reach, this one is the other one, a little bit different again. It's not easy to build up again the same sound because you see how many parameters you have to go through, and you can still play on a totally different level to build total different type of kick sounds. You have to know really deeply how is this architecture, but it's some minute, a job like 5 minutes at least, 10 minutes to go through, tweak, and then add it to the mix and try to tweak it again to make it cut through the mix and so on. So let's now see how the bass synth is built. So this one is the bass synth. I go on the chromatic mode and play it here. So in order to do this, I just used a sample. This one is the normal sound. It's a sample. So it's quite easy as well to tweak it. Beat reduction. Then the filter, I totally changed to go through on high pass filter. And then I go to the distortion. A little bit of reverb. And then I played a little bit with the LFO square in order to change. Sometimes you see the frequency of the filter is going sometimes higher or lower, just to change a little bit the vibe. It seems more natural and less sample based. And this is instead the sound of the Tempest. In the Tempest, you've got a synthesizer, powerful synthesizer. So in order to build this, I will rebuild over this one. initialize the sound. So I don't need any sample now. I do it directly with the analog power of the Tempest. Oscillator 1. From this part, just adding a sub oscillator. The tap part. And now I want to play a little bit around with the live performance. Out of the box tools that I got on the Tempest, I didn't tweak anything. I liked more or less what I could do directly with what I already have assigned to these FX sliders, and the features of the rolling and reverse here are directly usable on the pattern mode. And this is something that I really love on the Tempest. So let's hear something like this. Let's see how instead you have to do it on the analog Rytm. So this ends up the comparison video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.